Callum, how's it? How you go? How many weeks of the functional movement training rehab have you been doing?
Pretty sure this was the 8th week this week, so
Yep.
was there last night, and I've got them on Friday as well. So
That's the 8-week program. You've been going you're going average twice a week.
yeah,
All right. And tell us what do you think of the program compared to your previous sort of rehab?
it's definitely different, but in a good way. Like I didn't even think I'd say the word deadlift, let alone do them, and now I'm doing I think 30 kilo deadlifts. So
Awesome.
yeah, pretty stoked with that. Same as squats, like 50 kilo squats, which I didn't think would ever happen. So
Is that a front squat or back squat or what is it?
holding the bar on the back and squatting.
Yep. And you're getting great coaching. They're watching your form, watching your technique.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best things that happened was I got really good technique. So
Yep.
I wouldn't have attempted it if they weren't there. That's for sure.
Yep. So just to recap on your background history, you had surgery about, was it 6 months ago? No, 9 months ago?
Yeah, almost a year, I think. September last year. Yeah, September last year.
So Callum, injured worker, lifting injury, disc degeneration. It took a long time to sort of decide to go to surgery. Certainly exhausted rehabilitative non-surgical options. We went on to have surgery and then you sort of did some post-operative rehab as well, but would you agree that you were plateauing out without much progress?
Yeah, I got to a point where it just sort of stayed. I wasn't really improving much, but I was in saying that I was working 3 days a week away, so
yeah.
But now that I've been back, it's definitely improved for sure. So
and then we started the City to Coast Neurosurgery Functional Movement Training Program. And what is your strength and power and flexibility and therefore your function? What do you feel like now?
Well, when I first started, I think I put down a 5 for everything, and now I'd be on an 8 for sure. So
yep, an 8 in terms of your ability to do things.
Yeah, from 1 to 10. So
yeah, 8 being pretty good, 10 being absolutely super.
Yeah, and we've only done the one block so far.
Yeah. So that's 2 months of functional movement training. And I suppose the other thing, Callum, is have you become a lot more aware of your spine and hip biomechanics, the way that they're supposed to move and move safely and powerfully?
Yeah, definitely. I've since going there, another thing I noticed, I kept putting my feet out to the side, so
yep.
I'm more aware of trying to keep them straight whenever I'm standing and stuff like that. So
yeah,
and walking upstairs as well. So
yeah. Did you sort of do some daily homework or flexibility exercises to enable you to progress to a squat of 50 kilograms? Did you do?
Yeah, mainly it was just technique training, if anything, because I couldn't get it right to start with. But when I go to the gym, I just stand a little bit out from the wall and try and touch it with my hips, and then also just stretching my legs as well. So, and then once that when they were happy with the technique, then we started loading up the weights. So
yeah,
it was good.
Well, one of the things that I try to explain to patients is that if you're trying to move your spine in a healthy, powerful way to develop strength and minimise pain, if you don't have flexibility of the soft tissues around your pelvis and down the back of your legs and up the back of your spine, you simply can't move properly. And it's sort of the same as if you put the tightest pair of jeans on you could find and slid them up to your waist, and then you tried to do a squat or a deadlift, which is required in everyday activities. You need to squat, you need to deadlift to pick things up when you're at work. And if you had the tightest pair of jeans on, how would your body move?
Yeah,
it would move really badly, and your spine would be put under pressure.
Yeah,
Because
I think like the first 2 weeks was mainly just technique and sort of trying to stretch or like get my flexibility to where it should be.
Yep.
So even perform those stuff. So.
And do you think that any other type of rehab service that you've ever experienced provided you with that type of training?
Not this type of training. Like I was like when I first rocked up there, I was a little bit sus just because it was at like the CrossFit gym. But like like a couple of weeks into it, I was pretty happy with it. So yeah, it was good.
Can you see how the trainers that we use, including a physiotherapist, it's all about the biomechanics of the movement, flexibility first and foremost.
Yeah,
the biomechanics.
They know their stuff, that's for sure.
and then once you get that coordination and flexibility, we then start to increase the load. And when you increase the load, what happens to your back pain?
I don't really feel it. I just get stronger, to be honest.
Just get stronger. So your muscles are supporting your back. Before you know it, you're a beast, you're an animal, and that's what we're trying to do is get you guys, and I see lots of injured workers, we're trying to get you guys back to work, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Carl, I'm just going to end that there. Thank you very much.